A good view of the three-sectioned Soyuz spacecraft. At the very top of your screen is the instrumentation and propulsion module with the solar arrays deployed. The center section is where the crew is strapped into their seats. That's the descent module, the only component that survives the heat of reentry to bring the crew home. And at the very top of the Soyuz, mated still for another couple of minutes to the Prashal module, that's the orbital module. Once a physical separation occurs, the thrusters on the Soyuz will fire in two separate separation burns to open a separation rate from the International Space Station to an ultimate distance of about 90 miles from the station for the deorbit burn later this morning. Undocking confirmed. Physical separation confirmed at 2:54 a.m. Central Time, 3:54 a.m. Eastern Time, as the International Space Station flew over southeastern Mongolia. Frank Rubio, Sergei Prokopyev, and Dmitry Petelin have departed the complex that has been their home for over a year. Next up, in about 2.5 minutes, the first separation burn to increase the opening rate between the Soyuz and the station. That'll be an 8-second burn of the Soyuz engines with an opening rate of about 0.53 meters per second.
Inaudible. Yes, we send the command, but inaudible, both from the control panel. And the indicator is no longer illuminated.
A very smooth, clean separation by the Soyuz MS-23, a great view as it flies over Mongolia. On board, Frank Rubio, Sergei Prokopyev, and Dmitry Petelin, wrapping up 371 days in space and the third longest space flight in human history.
Firing in manual mode.
At this point, the crew will have a bit of free time as they prepare for the deorbit burn and their ultimate descent back into the Earth's atmosphere.
So how is it going? Well, it's not the first time. Well, it's going even better.
Good view of the departing Soyuz. Sergei Prokopyev reporting that the crew is feeling well. Everything in good shape on board the MS-23. This spacecraft was launched back in February, unpiloted, made an automated docking to the International Space Station as the replacement for the damaged Soyuz MS-22 spacecraft that incurred a coolant leak back in December of last year, rendering it unusable for the crew to return to Earth in. As the Soyuz undocked from the International Space Station, the NASA and Russian landing team, embedded with the Rosaviatsa search and recovery forces, are taking a breather at the airport in Zhezkazgan, which is the intermediary staging site. The NASA Russian landing team flew by helicopters from Karaganda to Zhezkazgan a couple of hours ago. Those helicopters have been refueled and will take off in sequential fashion for the landing site to recover Rubio, Prokopyev, and Petelin. The kilos will be wheels up around the time of the deorbit burn. which again is scheduled at 5:24 and 9 seconds a.m. Central Time, 6:24 and 9 seconds a.m. Eastern Time.